So as you get settled on your back, I'm actually going to stay in a seated position to guide you this morning. So I will invite you to maybe support your head with a blanket. You may want to have something underneath your knees, or at the very least, or even bend the knees. Right? So I always encourage in our centering at the beginning of class to find a pose that's relaxing and yet is somewhat in an active position as opposed to a full shavasana at this time. Now I haven't shared this for a while, so I will now. Remember that some days we just need to be here. We just need to be in the practice with one another, or just to be here and listen. And you might want to take shavasana for the entire 90 minutes. That may be what you need, where you just listen to the practice and you're here with, that's fine. Okay, so this is a time of self-care and to really soften into our own hearts and honor who's showed up on the mat. So as you settle on your back, let's check in with who that is. So just noticing head to toe, little scan, head to toe. What's going on in the physical body? How can this practice serve you physically? What needs your attention? Your care. How can this practice serve the breath and energy body today? Whether it's a study of the chakras and a particular chakra that you want to explore, or whether it's remembering to breathe today and just being with your breath or deepening the breath. So how can this practice serve that part of who you are? And can you be unsure? Can you just be unclear with that? That's okay too. Just trust it. How might this practice serve your mental and emotional state? How might this practice serve your wisdom body, your intuition? Is that something that you would like to work with, or be present to, or deepen? And just bring all of that into your heart, to your heart center. Don't worry about remembering it. And just trust in the flow of this practice, that it will serve you, so that we drop out of our heads and into our hearts. And rather than an active intention this morning, I'm going to invite you into a remembering of someone, something that you love, a place, a person, a pet, an experience, a moment that you felt love or do love, or you feel peaceful with, a memory, a person. Bring that into your heart. And just allow that idea of love to guide this practice, or to feel your way through the practice from this place of what you love. It is human nature to first go to the things we don't like, or be able to recognize what's unclear, uncertain. And it sometimes can be more challenging to make the choice to come into the things we love, the things that bring us peace and joy. I just invite you to bring that into your practice today. allowing it to be with you through the waves of this practice. Trust that it will guide you, that it is with you, that energy of love is with you as you bring your awareness into your breath. Take a moment to simply follow the breath in its own rhythm without necessarily shaping it or changing it at this time. Experiencing the breath as it is. This gift of life. And invite a deeper breath to begin. Right? So start to come into a deeper breath. It's still comfortable. We're not creating any stress or strain with it. We are lengthening it out and taking in that love for ourselves. So that love that we felt for another person, a pet, a place, a thing, an experience, a moment. Bring that love and fill yourself with it. On the exhale, share that back out into the world. We fill ourselves and we share the abundance. Notice if the breath is even, and if not, even it out between the inhale and the exhale. We're going to do a lot of gentle, soft movement with the breath, tapping into that feminine energy. Tapping into the softer side of this practice, being gentle and kind on ourselves, with ourselves. We all tend to be very strong, independent people. Right? Another part of the conversation before class, that challenge to ask for help. Right? We're very strong. We all know how to work from that masculine energy. And so we invite the energy of love and compassion, softness, self-care, ease into our time together, the feminine. You are welcome to stay in this place of centering and breathe for as long as you'd like. And you are welcome to decide to begin some movement if you'd like. So if you're ready to begin some movement, I'm going to invite you to remove anything you may have placed underneath your knees or underneath your head, so that you find your way onto your back, or you're on your back but just in a neutral position with no props. And then begin by simply drawing the knees into the chest. Giving yourself a little hug, feeling that stretch occur in the low back. And we'll start to connect here with our breath. Inhaling, pressing the arms or pressing the knees arm lengths away, and exhaling, drawing the knees in as close as it feels right for you. Inhale and exhale slowly, mindfully, with a nice even, gentle flow of breath. And then from here, let's take the knees and circle them around. Just one direction. Just feeling that gentle rock across the pelvis, a little massage on the back, all across the sacrum. And then reverse that and circle the knees the other way. Breath is even and flowing. Keep breathing. And then from here, let's go ahead and take the knees and circle them wide and around and back together. A little bit into the groin and the inner thigh. Still nice, slow circles with our breath. And then we'll go ahead and place the feet back into the floor, hip width apart. Let's go ahead from here and find our way into our hip hikers or sliders. Slow, mindful movements to bring and invite our body, our physical body, into the practice. And as we do that, you can continue to check in, or you might notice some areas you didn't realize need a little extra care today. I think this is one more way we embrace the feminine, is by moving into things more consciously and slowly. Become aware of what we're experiencing and to listen to that. Bring that to center, and then finding our way into hip pointers. Pressing one hip up to the ceiling and then the other. Maintain that nice, long, even breathing. And our intention of love for that person, place, thing, pet, experience, moment. And to remember to extend that love to ourselves. Bring that all into center, and then just alternate hip hikers and hip pointers. And when you feel complete there, go ahead and bring that to center. Pause, just feel the echo of your choices so far, sensations in the body. And let's take this into our double knee drop. So opening the arms wide. Shift here a bit. Take your feet out as wide as your mat. Maybe a little more narrow if you want to. I find the wider the feet are, the easier this can feel on the sacrum and the low back. So, but trust your body, listen to your body. Exhale, release the knees to one side. Just soft flowing movement. Inhale, open wide. And then exhale, release to the other side. Inhale, open wide. And exhale, release. And then we can involve the head if you choose and just simply rotate it, roll it side to side in the opposite direction of the knees if you want. You don't have to. You can keep the gaze straight up to the ceiling if you wish. And the next time your knees release to the right, let's pause there. Keep the gaze up to the ceiling this time. And we're going to take that left arm. I kind of run out of room here in my room I teach in, but really extending that left arm and sliding it up along the floor, reaching overhead, and really only reaching to the point that your shoulder and the back of your hand remain in the floor. So if your arm's dangling out in space, that can be a little challenging on the shoulder joint. So please release the arm back a little bit so that it's resting on the floor. And then from there, just breathing into that stretch through the shoulder, side body, rib cage. You might feel this a little bit through the low back, that outer left hip. Right? Our knees are dropped to the right, left arm is sliding up overhead. Just take a few breaths here and soften. Right? That noticing any unnecessary tension you're holding right here, and let go. It's amazing where we carry our tension, where we're holding on or gripping, grasping things. And we can simply allow life to unfold a bit more softly, easily. And let this pose soften. Go ahead and slide the arm back so it's reaching, extending past the shoulder. And then we go inhale, open the knees wide. Exhale, release the knees to the left. Gaze straight up to the ceiling. Now slide that right arm up along the floor. And again, make sure it's resting on the floor. So the back of my hand's on the floor, my shoulder, the back of my shoulder's on the floor. So my arm, I'm not hanging in my shoulder joint. And then here, breathe deeply into the right side. Soft yet extended flowing breaths. Feel that stretch through the right arm, shoulder, side body, rib cage, low back, hip, wherever else you might be feeling it. Soften. So let go into this very gentle stretch. Breathe here. And then slide that arm back down off the shoulder. Bring the knees back up to center. And then again, draw the knees into the chest. Lapanasana, knees to chest. And then keep the right knee hugging in to your chest as you extend the left leg out along the floor. Okay? And that leg's fairly active. We want to flex that left foot. And then from here, we'll just move in and out of our knee wide and knee twist. Keep this minimal side to side. We're still just warming up, particularly if your space that you're in isn't very warm. Really take care here. On your next exhale, open that knee wide to the right as you extend the left arm out to the left. Inhale, draw that knee back to center. Take it in your left hand, extend the right arm, and exhale across the body. Just a little bit of a twist. Check things out. Inhale back to center. Knee in the right hand, extend the left, exhale to the right. Just moving back and forth here. Inhale back to center and switch as you exhale across the body. Like we did on the double knee drop, if you'd like to involve your head, feel free to rotate the head side to side in the opposite direction you're taking that right knee. So we work the whole spine into this movement. Just very modified twist. And the next time you come out of the twist, right knee back to center, hug it into the chest. And then let's go ahead and extend that right leg. Interlace the hands behind that thigh. And point and flex the foot. Let's do a little bit of ankle joint movement, and we'll get into the knee. You can circle the foot in one direction several times and then switch. Bend the knee as much as you need to so that stretch you're experiencing in the back of the leg is fairly soft. Okay, right now our focus is just with the foot and the ankle. And then from here, we'll go ahead, connect with our breath. On your exhale, bend the knee, release the heel towards the buttocks, and the inhale, we extend. Right? So we're communicating with our hamstring here, a little bit on our calf when we flex the foot. And then we're able to check things out. Notice what's going on today, not the last time you unrolled your mat. Be present to who's here right now. The next time you extend, pause and breathe. Just a gentle stretch in the back of the leg, soft. I think the choices we make in our practice can reflect love towards ourselves as well. So taking care to make choices that are in alignment with who's here. We're not forcing anything. We're being gentle with ourselves. We're listening. Really paying attention to what's for your highest good today. Now go ahead and release that. Hug the knee into the chest. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. So bring the left knee into the chest, extend the right leg. Foot flexed. Okay, so we'll start with our opening wide into our twist first. So on your next exhale, draw that left knee to the left as you extend the right arm out. Inhale, draw it back to center. Take it in your right hand, extend the left, draw it across the body, minimally. Inhale, back to center. And just take this slowly at your own pace with your breath. Back and forth, staying present to the practice and to yourself, to what you love. And then if you'd like to, rotate the head side to side in the opposite direction your knee goes, feel free. And the next time you move out of the twist, bring that knee back to center, hug it in. And then from here, extend that left leg, Interlace your hands behind the left thigh and point and flex. Feel the stretch through the shin and the calf. And then take the foot and circle it around several times in one direction and then switch. And come back to a flexed foot, and we'll go ahead and extend and bend. So exhale, we bend the knee. Inhale, extend. Mindful with the breath. Just notice what's going on in the back of the left leg. And the next time you extend, let's pause and hold there in the stretch. Just a moderate, gentle stretch and breathe. And then go ahead and bend that knee. Extend both legs out along the floor. Reach overhead, just a nice full body stretch through fingers and toes. And then give yourself a great big hug. Wrap the arms around the knees, and if it feels safe on your neck, bring the head off the floor. And just kind of a rolling side to side. And eventually finding our way onto one side and to hands and knees. So just continuing with this idea of a gentle flow, letting go. And we're going to go ahead and exhale round. Inhale, open. Exhaling and inhaling, moving the full length of the spine and really connecting in with this nice flow of breath. So creating ease, right? The choices we make on our mat, creating ease. If tapping into a softer, gentler side is something that might serve you in your life, you can start right here on your mat with making choices that encourage that softer side. And then we'll take this and start to come into our Chakravakasana. Just go back as far as it feels comfortable for you, but exhaling back into your version of a child's pose. And then floating back up with that love, that heart space. Exhaling back. And inhaling back to all fours. Couple more rounds here of just very basic Chakravakasana. And then decide on your own when you're ready for that first down dog, if at all today. Some days that may not serve you. But when you're ready, or if you're ready, you can maintain that Chakravakasana. You can drop back into child's pose and find stillness, or curl the toes under. And let's take our dogs for a walk. And so all those choices are available to you at any time. You're showing up for you. So really allow this practice to serve you. And then when you're ready to release, come back down to knees. Exhale into child's pose or to your belly if this is uncomfortable. Bring the palms together as the arms are extended out in front of you. Bend the elbows and forehead to the floor. If it doesn't make the floor, you can use a fascia ball if you want. Resting your forehead on a fascia ball. And just take a moment here. Surrender. This is very much a pose about letting go, going within, trusting ourselves. And it can also be about bowing down to something or to something greater than ourselves, to be in gratitude, to be humble. So just connect into the energy that's here for you. And next, reach the arms back out in front, placing the palms into the floor. And let's just find our mini flow, just slow, mindful flow. Inhaling when you're ready to hands and knees. Exhaling into your down dog. Inhaling back to knees. And exhaling child's. So imagine you're learning this movement for the first time. Come into that beginner's mind, be curious, be present, moving mindfully, slowly with your breath. Moving from that place of love within and that which you love outside of yourself. Go a few more, and if you'd like to add on by extending the heart forward as you come up from child's, that's fine. Notice if that serves you, if that feels safe. And then let's add on to this. So the next time you come up out of child's pose, I'm just going to invite you to go ahead and come up onto the knees, reach overhead. That's all one inhale. Take a hold of one wrist, exhale to one side. So we haven't done this for a little while, but we have done it in the past quite a bit. Inhale back to center, exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lower the arms as you release back into that child's pose and then extend them out in front of you. It's easier on the back. Inhale to hands and knees or forward with the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale back to knees. Exhale, child's. Inhale, come up onto the knees or reach up. And exhale to one side. Inhale, reach up. And exhale to the other side. Inhale. And exhale. exhale. So just start to move with this. Eyes closed if you feel safe doing so. Just moving at your own pace with your breath. If you do it in a different order, so be it. Just enjoy. Just tap into the flow and your breath, to ease, to a sense of letting go, or the feminine, whatever is resonating with you this morning, to the love. And the next time you find your way into a child's pose, pause. Once again, this moment to just drop in. If you enjoyed bringing the palms together and bending the elbows, come back to that. Otherwise, you're welcome to find a different position. Take a few deep breaths here, allowing ourselves a moment of stillness. Check in. And go ahead and extend the arms again, placing the palms in your mat. Inhale back to hands and knees. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet to your hands. And just enjoying a standing forward fold for a moment. Let the head relax. Shoulders, just let the shoulders go. Spine draping over the thighs. Bend the knees as much as you need to if your hamstrings are really tight. And of course, you always have the option to have a block, lifting the heart a bit and easing that stretch, okay? Bring your hands to your hips. Engage your core, so draw the navel to the spine, bend the knees, reach forward with the crown of the head so the spine is lengthening, and come on up. Release the arms by your side. Just find our way to standing. Take a moment here to center yourself. Adjust my camera. Okay. So let's take our feet out shoulder width apart. So when we were sharing this morning before class began and we were talking about the feminine and the masculine, I think one of the reasons, well, I don't think, I know one of the reasons that Qigong is really connecting with these movements right now, they're helping me to soften in my life. They're helping me to let go of the need to feel in control all the time, or to feel like, which is an illusion anyway, or to force my way through things. It's softening something. And so I hope this is beneficial to you all as well, so to just be in your experience with this. So arms by your side, we want to find a neutral spine, a gentle engagement of the core, and just an ever so slightly tucking of the tailbone, so we're lengthening the low back. Okay. We're going to connect in with our breath here. These movements are just very slow, very mindful. All right? So it's a moving meditation, and we want them to be soft. We want things to feel very gentle. We're not forcing anything. So your inhale, the arms float up. Nice, slow, deep inhale. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Palms face down as you exhale and lower. It's like you're pressing down with the palms, but gently. We're just filling ourselves with all that we just gathered. And again, inhaling. And exhaling. So just notice or be in your experience here. You can close your eyes or you can keep them open. I just invite you to keep this slow and mindful Maybe you're gathering in all the love, or you're gathering in health and vitality. So just allow this to be what it is for you. And we're going to go 2 more right here. One more. Make sure your knees are soft. Please don't lock into the knee joint. I know for some of you that's a pattern you have. Take a moment here, just feel that. And bring the palms up in front of you. Right? And then our next inhale, now we're going to pull up. So we're going to draw the energy up as you reach the heart. This is all one inhale. As you reach the heart, rotate the palms and press up. And then your exhale, allow the arms to float out wide and back down. And so several times here, inhaling. And exhale. Spine long, core engaged, knees soft. As we connect a gentle movement with the breath. You can keep in mind that which we love and move from that energy as well. Let's go 2 more here. Last one. Pause and just feel that. Noticing any sensations, noticing your emotions. Just be present to what's showing up. And so we'll do 1 more here, and it's a bit of a twist. So as we inhale, bring the right arm in front of the left, and then exhale as you twist to the left. You're going to press the right hand overhead and the left palm down towards the floor. Inhale back to center, crossing left in front of right. And exhale as the left presses up and the right presses down, twisting to the right. Inhale back to center. And exhale, twist. Just as slow and mindful, feeling the stretch, feeling the reach, pressing down and pressing up, right? Which also brings in that idea of the union of opposites of yoga, hatha yoga, up and down, black and white, effort and ease, hot and cold. Begin to bring this to completion so you've gone equally side to side. And then bring your hands to your heart, left hand on top of right. And breathe here. and feel. Release the hands. If you're not at the front of your mat, find your way back to the front of your mat. Arms by your side, and now feet parallel, hip width apart. And I'd like to just go through 3 sun salutations, just nice and slow, with our low lunge. So salutation C. Inhale, reach up. Palms together as you exhale down through center, bending the knees along the way if need be. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway, nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back, bring the right knee into the floor, and on your inhale, come on up. Let's pause on this one and just feel this lunge. Right? So we can extend the arms overhead, or we can soften this and bring them to the heart like we just did. So connect into what's meaningful to you this morning. On your next exhale, fold forward. Step that left foot back into a plank pose, or you can bring the knees down if you need to. Okay, so just take a couple of breaths here. And then on your next exhale, we will all come to the knees and lower to the chest or onto the belly. Inhale, small lift of the heart, shoulders down away from the ears. And your exhale, press up and back into down dog. Now, if your breath is in a different position, I want you to be okay with that. And the most important thing is to make sure that you are breathing. Okay, so you keep your breath flowing, that you're not holding the breath for any extended period of time. So we're going to step our right foot up, which you can do either from down dog or come to the knees first if you need to. So swing that right foot forward and bring the left knee down. And on your inhale, come on up. And then decide where you would like to place the upper body. Whether you want to extend it overhead or bring them into your heart. And if you have another position, that's fine too. And on your next exhale, fold forward. Step the left foot up to meet the right. So you're in a standing forward fold at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, release. Arms by your side, bend the knees, engage the core, lengthen the spine. Inhale, come back up. You can open wide, or once you're all the way to standing, bring the arms overhead. Palms together and into the heart, exhale. Pause and breathe here. Okay, so we're gonna go 2 more rounds. We won't pause for as long in the pose, each pose, but we will keep this nice and slow. Okay, so inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, release. Right foot steps back, right knee lowers, and we inhale to our low lunge. Exhale, fold. Press back into plank pose or to knees. Inhale here. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale the heart, just a small lift. Use your core. Exhale back into down dog. And either from hands and knees or down dog, step that right foot up. Left knee to the floor. Inhale to your lunge. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps up. Uttanasana. Inhale halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale to standing. Exhale into your heart. Take a couple of breaths here. One more. Inhale, reach out. Just a soft, gentle flow. Take your time. Exhale and fold. All right, this is a letting go as well. This whole practice, this whole movement. Inhale halfway. Exhale, release. Let's step our left foot back this time. Left knee to the floor. Inhale to your lunge. Exhale and fold. Right foot steps back to plank pose or knees. Inhale. Exhale to the belly. Inhale, lift of the heart. Exhale, down dog. Your next inhale, bring the left foot forward, right knee down, into the lunge, and it's okay if that took a couple of breaths. Okay? Exhale, fold. As your right foot steps forward, inhale halfway. Exhale, release. And inhale to standing. And exhale to the heart. Release the arms by your side. Take a moment. Feel the practice so far. Feel those salutations. Feel them emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever it is for you. Just be in the experience. Let's inhale, reach up overhead, and exhale, fold. Okay. Walk both feet back. Come into down dog for just a moment. Take a couple of breaths here. And then inhale to the knees. Just very briefly back into a child's pose, just a breath or two. And then go ahead and come on up into a seated position. We're going to go ahead and extend the legs straight out in front of us, just for a moment here. You can place 2 of your fascia balls underneath the knees if you'd like to. If you have a foam roller, you could put it underneath there. I'm going to place the blanket behind me. I'm going to sit right off the edge of a blanket. I have the ability to keep my legs extended comfortably and fold, but that may not be the case for you, so that's why I'm suggesting that you have something rolled underneath to release the stretch a bit on the back of the leg, so it's not too intense, okay? That's going to be different for each of you. All right. And so what I'm asking for here, what I'm inviting you to really find here, is just a more gentle stretch. So probably much more of what you might experience in a yin class. So we're looking for a very gentle stretch. I'll give you permission to let everything soften. Okay, so even the spine, like I'm going to go ahead and take the fascia balls just to have them as an example. All right, so as I come forward, this is enough of a bend for me to really let everything relax. I feel safe. I'm going to even let my spine relax, and I'm just going to round forward here. Okay, so I have a little bit of a stretch here, but it's not real intense. Instead, it's just really softening my heart, dropping in. And this is about a letting go, a softening, a releasing. We're not forcing anything here. There's no goal. We just are. Just let things be. Just breathe here for a moment. And some of you might even be more comfortable if you had the knees bent significantly and simply sat and rounded here. And that's fine too. What allows you to feel that sense of letting go? Let's take about 3 to 4 more nice slow breaths here. And slowly come up out of the pose. If you were using anything underneath the knees, go ahead and remove that. Have a block handy, please. You might, have a blanket you can fold up thick enough. The block is just so convenient. You are welcome to keep a blanket underneath your head as long as it's not too high. We're going to take our block at their flattest level, just come into a bit of a restorative bridge here, bridge pose. So at the flattest level, you're going to place that block right at your sacrum. Right? So we don't want it up at our low back. Actually, want a little bit lower than that. So we find a neutral spine so that our backs are not in a really severe anterior tip of the pelvis or back bend. It's not what we're looking for here, please. The feet can come out a little bit wider than the knees. Let the knees come together. Palms on your belly. That's one option. Another option is to bring the feet up off the floor. I always find this actually feels better. Or even extend the legs. So wherever your pose or position is here, find your breath. And have you found a place that allows you to completely soften and surrender and let go? That you feel safe. You're not having to hold yourself necessarily in a stiff position or a really active pose. Again, just soften, feel some ease, support, and a willingness to drop into that support. Take about 3 to 4 more breaths here. And when you feel complete with that, if you've lifted your feet off the floor, bring them back in, remove the block. Allow the spine to come back down into your mat and just feel. Feel the results of the choice you made in that pose. You can continue to leave the blanket underneath your head if you're using one. Let's bring our right ankle to our left knee. We're just going to find our figure 4. You all know this one fairly well. You can press that knee away from you with the right hand, or you can interlace through the hole behind the left thigh, pick that left foot up off the floor, and find the stretch here. If you feel any sensitivity in that right knee, it can help sometimes to flex the foot. So rather than point, flex that foot and see if that doesn't help the knee just a bit, or keep the left foot in the floor. And so that also helps it. Place the left foot, if you've picked it up, place the left foot back into the floor. Walk it to the right. So just heel toe, walk that left foot to the right. And now cross your right leg over the left, like you're sitting cross-legged. You're going to open the arms out wide. You're even going to shift your hips to the right. And then release into a twist to the left. Okay, so we want to try to keep the heart open, the right shoulder stays on the floor, the full extent of the right arm stays on the floor. You can take a block, if this creates ease, and place it so that my knee is now resting on that block. I have it at level 3, and that's really helpful for me. Just creates a little less stress in my low back, and I can find a little more ease in this pose and enjoy the twist. Then you can rotate your head to the right if you'd like to. Don't have to. And then we'll go ahead and release that, come back up, recenter your hips and your foot, okay, and place both feet on the floor. Okay, move to the series on the other side, left ankle and the right knee. And push that knee away from you with the left hand, or pick it up, interlace behind the right thigh, and breathe here. Just noticing what feels right for you. Self-care. Choosing from our place of wisdom. And then we'll go ahead, release or place that right foot back into the floor. Shift the hips and the foot to the left. Okay, and then cross the legs so my left is on top of my right. Open the arms wide and release that twist to the right. And again, if you want to use the block, you might be able to see this a little bit better on this side. This is very helpful for me. Personally, it just feels better to have something to rest on, because I'm not able to easily drop my legs all the way to the floor without too much discomfort in my low back. Doesn't feel safe. So I'm listening to that and using some props to support me. And then if you want to rotate your head to the left, you can. Breath is flowing. Let's release that. Bring everything to center. Pause, feel, just notice the sensations, the results of your choices. And then go ahead and draw the knees into the chest one more time. Maybe rock side to side, just a little movement here. Any releases that might feel nice. Take about 4 or 5 breaths here. And then please find your way into Shavasana when you're ready, extending the legs out along the floor. Maybe placing something underneath the knees. Placing something on you if you're getting cooling down quickly. I mean, we didn't create a lot of heat in this practice, right? The intention wasn't to focus on the physical so much. Arms a little ways from your side, palms up. The physical benefits are just a side note really in our time together. I'm going to come to seated to take you through a guided Yoga Nidra. Continue to take a moment to get settled on your backs in a place that you can completely surrender and let go. Feel comfortable and at ease. Once you do, allow your attention to rest on your breath for a moment. Just simply follow the flow of your breath without shaping it or changing it in any way. We're just going to go on a journey of profound relaxation through the physical body. And as we do, have in the background your person, place, thing, experience that you love. Right? This guiding force through our practice. Allow it to rest in your heart here as you take this guided journey through the body. So as we move our awareness through the body, you don't have to try to concentrate. I'm actually going to go through the parts fairly quickly. You're just going to listen and feel the body part that I mentioned without moving it or spending any length of time with it. There's no judgment or anything to fix here. So move your awareness to your mouth. Upper row of teeth, lower row of teeth. Space between the upper and lower rows. The tongue, both lips, space between your lips, top of the nose, the whole nose, both cheeks, right ear, left ear, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, space between the eyebrows, whole forehead, both temples, top of the head, back of the head, back of the skull. Move to your right hand, your attention at your right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side ribs, waist, right hip, right groin, thigh, kneecap, calf muscle, ankle bone, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth, left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, underarm, left side ribs, waist, left hip, groin, thigh, kneecap, calf muscle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth, fifth. Move your awareness to the back of the body, back of the head, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, the whole spine, right heel, left heel, top of the head. Bring awareness to the top of the head, forehead, both temples, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, space between the eyebrows, right eyelid, left eyelid, right eye, left eye, right inner ear, left inner ear, roof of the mouth, tongue, lips, chin, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest, left chest, middle of the chest, navel, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, right leg, left leg, both legs together, entire right arm, left arm, both arms together, the whole front body, the whole back body, your head, the whole body. Be aware of the whole body. Become aware of where your body meets the floor. Now bring your awareness to those points and the space between them and the floor. Feel the space between your heels and your mat. Feel the space between your calves and your mat. Your thighs. Your buttocks. Shoulder blades. Elbows. Back of your hands. Back of your head. Now feel all those spaces at once. Just relax and feel all those spaces under the body. Feel the body as weightless. All the body parts are weightless. The body is so light, you sense you're floating or drifting on a gentle breeze. With that softness, with that sense of floating, once again, deliberately bring your attention to that which you love. Rest in that love here for a couple of minutes of silence. Open, receptive, and giving. And take a few deep breaths and start a little bit of movement, maybe wiggling through some fingers and toes. Stretching. Rolling to one side, taking a breath or two there. And then find your way to a seated position. And placing your hands on the heart, on your heart, I'm going to offer the right hand on the heart, left hand on top. In many teachings, the left side is the feminine side. So allowing our feminine side to rest on top of the heart, on top of the masculine, softening that. Breathing here into the love of this practice that we shared together and your focus on the experience or person, place, thing that you love. And as we filled our own cups this morning with that love, may we share it into the world today. Thank you for allowing me to take the seat of teacher. Namaste.